Right then, so you want to get into Warhammer, but there's just one glaring issue. There's about 1 million armies, and the annoying thing is, they all look ridiculously cool. And picking one feels like choosing your favourite crisp flavour. Impossible, and you'll probably end up with more than just one anyway. But don't worry, today I'm going to help you cut through the chaos. You see what I did there? So that you can pick your very first army with confidence and full satisfaction knowing that you've chosen the right army for you. Okay, so step one is playstyle and vibe. Are you the type that likes charging in like a maniac with a massive axe? Or do you prefer sitting back, having a cuppa, and just taking out all your enemies from long distance? Well, the good thing is each army has its own personality. Space Marines are the dependable all-rounders. Tyranids are more of a horde army, just like the Orks. Tyranids are basically Starship Troopers, but worse. And then you got Orks. Orks are pretty much just a good time. If you're the kind of person, like myself, that likes laughing at their own dice rolls while shouting Daka Daka, then that might be a calling right there. Now, point two is models and aesthetics. Now, let's be fully honest here. You're probably going to be spending more time painting the models than actually playing with them. So having something that you're actually going to enjoy looking at for hours under a desk lamp may be a better choice. So would you rather Gothic Knights in armor the size of a small car, creepy skeleton legions, or dwarves with flamethrowers strapped to flying blimps? Now, if you're sat there thinking, my god, I can't wait to paint that, then congratulations, you've found your first army. Or, at least the first of many. Trust me, it's a slippery slope. Now, point three is probably a more of a relatable point, and that's budget and army size. Now, let's talk money, shall we? Warhammer can be expensive, and that's no secret. So some armies are actually cheaper because they don't require a lot of models, a bit like the Custodes. Others, like Orks and Tyranids, they require a fair few more models on the tabletop, and they're kind of classed as a horde army. Clue's kind of in the name. Horde, lots of models, more expensive. It's a bit like choosing between a pint and an all-you-can-eat buffet. Take your pick. The trick is to start small. So, start with a combat patrol or something around that sort of point range. Maybe 1,000 points is a good way to start, so 1,000 points rather than 2,000 points, because let's be honest, running a 2,000 point army off the bat is going to be a lot more expensive than trying to field a combat patrol, which you can actually play combat patrol versus combat patrol, hence the reason why they brought them out. And then as time goes on, you can learn the game and build your knowledge around it as time goes on, and therefore once you've reached a certain point where you're happy with your knowledge about the game, you know what you're doing, you know what you want, you can then start adding more and more to your army until you reach the 2,000 point mark, which is around about the average, give or take. And at the end of all this, your wallet will thank you. Actually, that's a lie. No, it's going to cry. But at least this way, it'll cry slower. Now, point number four is my personal favourite way of choosing an army, or which one I'm going to be doing next, and that's which one's lore I prefer more than the others. Now, lore/story shouldn't be your main reason why you're choosing an army, but, you know, you've got to really enjoy the faction you're playing. There's nothing worse than playing, I don't know, say, the Drukhari, and then finding out that they're all a bit pervy, and then you yourself start feeling a bit pervy because they're just sadistic, hell-bent slave-mongering elves. Is that a good way to put it? I'm not sure anymore. So, do you want to be the shining defender of humanity, or be the horror-built gremlin trying to burn it all to the ground? Like I said just before, maybe you fancy space elves. I think they're cooler than literally every other race in existence. Or maybe you just want to play the Orcs because they just like a good old fight and breaking face. At the end of the day, the stories behind the armies are pretty much all of the fun, let's be honest. So if you find yourself staying up at 3 o'clock in the morning listening to lore about this faction, congratulations again. I think you may have just found your faction you're going to want to start playing. Point five is a bit of a fun one. Community and opponents. So finally, think about who you're going to be playing with and against. If your local game group or local friendship group is 90% chaos, maybe you want to be, you know, the human defenders, the people that stand against them. Build an army that's going to tear them down a notch or two. Or maybe you want to join them in battle and succumb to the dark side of the Chaos Legions. Either way, you're going to get better game experiences if your games and battles and armies, if they balance well with each other, you're onto a bit of a winner here. No pun intended. Plus, no one likes constant mirror matches. It's like playing chess, but all the pieces are pawns. So here's the quick formula. Playstyles, miniatures, budget, lore, and community equals your perfect first army. And the biggest thing to take away from this is to not stress it too much. This hobby is all about fun and enjoying your time while playing it. And spoiler alert, no matter which one you pick, you're probably going to end up getting a second one, a third one, and a fourth one, and then a fifth army, and then a 6. You get the point. It's a slippery slope. Trust me. Alright, so now it's your turn. Let me know in the comment section down below which army you're leaning more towards, or the one you think you might be going towards after the army you're currently working on. If this video helped you out, or you got any value from this video, why not drop me a like down below, and while you're there, subscribe for more hobby tips in the future. And until then, happy painting, and may your dice always roll 6. Unless you're playing against me, then may you always roll 1s. And whilst we're here, why not click one of these 2 videos to go and check out some of my other content. Cheers.